for this basics beliefs class. And also, if you're interested in becoming a new member or you have someone you think would be a good new member, please bring them to Holder Hall. We have a table set up in the back with Kathy Crawford and our own Trudy McGrath, so please join us. And we're also going to be signing up for our new member lunch, which is the end of the month on March 29th. And you also want to tap in. We always say this: if you're missing out on spirituality, get in a class. And we got one rolling around with our own Dr. Christian. It is going to be Living from the Mountaintop on March 24th through May 19th from 6 to 8:30, and he's just a magician when it comes to teaching. So this is actually Reverend Rebecca's favorite class because we get to do what? Bend spoons. That's right. So come and join us. So it's going to be a journey that takes you from the myopic vision of your personal battles into a life that supports you as you progress through opening the various energetic fields of your physical body, unifying with the absolute. So sign up in the family room or on the website. And lastly, in Seaside family style, I invite you to stand and greet your neighbor and remain standing for the congregational song.
Seaside, get your greetings in, get your hugs in, and I would love for you to sing with me. You know how this song goes. Here we go. Whoa, the Spirit of God is upon me. 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 Whoa. I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. Scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love because I want to. I love because I am free. Blinded by the Spirit of love. The Spirit of God is upon me. Come on. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Come on. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. I don't need any prodding. I don't need any law. I want to sing with all my heart. God is my all in all. I let go of my burdens. Love of God has set me free. Blinded by the Spirit of love. The Spirit of God is upon me. Come on, whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Come on, whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. Whoa. Come on, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Come on, Dan. Come on, Dan. Oh, yeah. Give it for Bob and Dan and our Seaside band. Whoa. The Spirit of God is upon me. 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 Whoa. Yes, Seaside.
Hey, all right. Well, good morning, Seaside. Hey, what a joy it is to be here with all of you today and all of you at home. It is a great day, a glorious day here at Seaside. And
Always.
hey, we got new sound
We
here.
do.
You can hear it. It's clearer, sharper, deeper.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
you
we
know.
can all sing, whoa.
Yeah. Hey, we kind of harmonized there for a moment.
Yeah.
First time in 10 years. But anyway, hey, you know what a team like. We got 4 guys in the booth, 3 here. They've been here Thursday all day, Friday all day. Matthew is here all day yesterday.
Yes.
Spent the night.
Wow.
He hasn't been home in over 24 hours.
Thank you, guys.
And this new sound system is a direct result of everybody's contributions for that.
Yes.
So
Amazing.
it's taken 80 hours to, I guess, program the board so it can do what it needs to do here to make you sound good.
Nothing but the best for Seaside.
That's right.
That's how
that's
we do
good.
around here.
That's you. Nothing for the best singer of San Diego. Woo, how's that voting going?
It's good. You know, still can vote every day for the San Diego Music Awards. So thank you for everybody that's been doing that.
I voted today.
Thank you so much.
And yesterday.
Thank you.
And the day before.
Thank you. You know,
Yeah, you guys too. It's right up there, man.
That's
Just
right.
go there.
2 categories.
That's it.
2 categories.
That's it.
And, you know, I've been voting for myself too. I hope
Yeah,
that's okay. That
it
should be
should
okay,
be.
right?
You
You
know,
can vote for yourself.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest.
greatest.
Yeah, that's it. I like it. All right. So,
Well, you know, I know where you're going to go with this, but it's somebody just had their birthday. I don't know if you didn't know this. I didn't know this till this morning, but Reverend Christian's birthday was yesterday.
Hey, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
So you can't get out of
You
it this
asked
time.
me at the first
I did. I
service.
made the mistake of asking.
I said no.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Reverend Christian. Happy birthday to you. We love you so
All
much.
right. Thank you, guys. Oh, you're all again. That was great. That was beautiful.
We love you, man.
Thank you. And all my Piscean brothers and sisters
Yes.
around here,
Yes,
too, for
indeed.
sure.
Yes,
All
indeed.
right. Well, thank you. I love that. Always feels good, yeah, for sure. Hey, we got Brian here. Brian Atkins has been a practitioner and praying for us for a couple decades and more. He's an emeritus around here. Wonderful consciousness, knows how to take us to the deep place, always has a fun little story to share. So please, Brian, take us to that deeper place. Brian Atkins.
Good morning, Seaside. Yes, I'm Brian Atkins. I am your platform practitioner today, and I want to make sure everybody is aware that I will be back in the Dolphin area with other practitioners for prayer after the service. So I really encourage you to avail yourself of our services. It can be really helpful. I'm going to begin by doing a little bit of a testimony of prayer in my life. And my story begins back when I was a college kid in my early 20s. I was in New York at the time, and I'd been accepted at the University of San Diego. So I decided I was going to hitchhike from New York to San Diego, which tells you a little bit about me at the time. 1, I didn't have any money. And 2, apparently I wasn't watching the news very closely. But the journey was an incredibly wonderful journey, and I will never forget it. It's a valuable part of my life. And when I headed out, I hooked up with a woman named Lisa, and we really hit it off, and she decided that she was going to go ahead and hitchhike with me. And when we got to California, we discovered that if you want to live in California, you need money. And we were looking around for a place to stay, and we couldn't find anything that we could afford. And Lisa was getting ready to leave. I was going to go to USD, and I finally just said, well, Lisa, let's at least pray about it. That's kind of the way I did things back then. That was like a last-ditch effort. And the following day, I was up at the job board looking for a job at USD, and I found a notice that somebody was looking to rent out. It was a 2-bedroom home with a yard for $250 a month. Now, this was about 50 years, not quite 50 years ago, so things have changed, but even back then, I mean, today you couldn't even rent a parking space for $250 a month. But that just shows you the power of prayer. And now I want to go ahead and invite our light holder into the room. Our light holder today has led several secret circles here at Seaside. He also does grief groups and has led seminars with Janice Hope. And he's an awesome practitioner. His name is Patrick Folk. So Patrick will be back in the back of the room, holding the light in prayer and meditation and invoking the presence of God into the room here. And now I'm going to lead us through our invocation. So here's what I know. I know there is one all-loving, all-caring source of divinity and inspiration in this universe, and I call it God. It's omnipotent, it's all-powerful, it's omniscient, it's all-knowing, and it's omnipresent, meaning it is equally present in the universe. Which is why I know that God is right here, right this very moment, expressing itself through all of us here today at Seaside. And I know that we are all one with God. We are one with the source of love and caring and compassion, the source of wisdom and knowledge, the source of all that is and all that will ever be. Closer to us than our breath. That is where God is. And because of that, I know that we are all heir to all the riches and all the wealth of the universe. And simply know that as the words flow forth from Dr. Christian Sorensen's lips today, we are touched. We all receive new insights, new inspirations. And we, in turn, take that message out into the world and pass it on to others. And consciousness expands throughout the world. And so I simply turn this time over to the hands of God and know that it is perfect.
All good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is love, holy, holy.
That's beautiful, Rebecca. All love, all love. All love, all love. Oh, and so it's so good to have you today. And then you're off on your cruise. Yes. And then you're back for Easter. She's back for Easter sunrise service out in the meditation garden. Thank you for singing us in so beautifully. Thank you, Dan, for your accompaniment. And Brian, thank you for your prayer. Thank you for anchoring us in prayer. Yes, on Easter Sunday, it's the only time we have 3 services. We start with sunrise service in the meditation garden, and it truly is my favorite service. I love it every year. It's just beautiful. We started when it was mud, and then we had grass, and then it's just evolved over time. Thank you to the boys, the men that put back up the shades for us. So we're getting ready for the solstice with the Seaside Sisters, and then on Easter morning we'll be out there. And then we have a 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock service where we will have a big band with extra horns and a guitar player and more singers. We got 3 singers. So, yeah, it's a big, big fun time. So come on out and be with us on Easter. Oh, and an egg hunt for the kiddos after second service. So our youth and family director, Jessica, will be getting that all arranged. And if you see her, you might ask her if she needs some help stuffing eggs. It's always a fun job to do. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to everybody who tunes in from home. We're so grateful that you chose to be here with us on this Sunday morning. And thank you to all of you that donated to the Legacy Gala soundboard portion of that donation. It enabled us to be able to get this new soundboard that we have needed for a very long time. And doesn't it sound good? Yeah, wait till you hear Gia sing. I mean, it's like crazy good. Even the speakers down the halls work everywhere, and it's really great. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. New member is what I want to talk about. In 2 weeks is our new member Sunday. We do it only twice a year. So if you've been wondering how to become a member at Seaside, should I become a member at Seaside? What does it mean to be a member at Seaside? Any of those questions, we're happy to answer those for you. Today in the library, which is the room behind the stage here, Carlene will be doing the basic beliefs class. So if you have what do you guys even believe? Over there, she can answer those questions for you. Then next Sunday, Dr. Christian and I will be doing a short class right up here, informational for those of you that want to become members, called the new member class. And then the next Sunday, we welcome all our new members on stage, and we take y'all out to lunch. And so if you'd like to be a member, see Trudy at the table afterwards. If you'd like to sponsor a member, if you were sponsored and that was something that was special to you, if you'd like to sponsor a member, see Trudy as well. I want to welcome all of you. I want to especially welcome anybody who is here for your first time. Please know you are welcome. We honor all past to God. If it is your first time, we have a first-time visitors package for you. It's at the table as you come in through the glass doors into the social hall. Pick it up, take it home, or stay afterwards and learn a little bit about what our basic beliefs are. More importantly, stay and let us get to say hello to you and hug you and welcome you to Seaside. We're glad that you're here. Okay, let's see. Dr. Christian's talk today is Inspired and Unstoppable. And Tama Keeves happens to have a book by that very same name, which made it easy for me to find my reading today. It is from that book. Thank you. That's okay. Follow your rebel brilliance. In conventional success books, experts look at the path that others took and aim to clone the path. It's the classic Zen story. The master points to the power of the moon, yet the students study and discuss the master's finger. They miss the exciting guiding light. Matsubasho, the famously insightful Japanese poet, said this: "Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise. Seek what they sought." That's the difference between linear success and inspired success. I want you to study your own excitement and experience. An invincible direction already lives within you. You doubt it because you've been told there's a right way to make it in this world. But the authorities didn't write those strategies for you. You have never been here before. You possess an alchemical power that disrupts and alters every single prediction or traditional formula. It's the power of your spirit, and it leads to wild success. Listen to me. You are the golden formula. More now than ever, it's a sense of inspired desire that will impel you in the direction of the currents that's coming. I urge you to respect your own chemistry, obey your rebel brilliance, reject advice that hobbles your nature, and race towards liberation instead. Run, run, run with everything you have into everything you are meant to be. You deserve to succeed in your own way, unlike anyone before you, and beyond everyone's wildest imagination, including your own. And our beautiful world will surely thrive because you do. And so it is. You know, we have a testimonial today. I'm a little bit out of order, but I'm going to call up Ed Reeves. Ed, do you want to come on up? Ed had a wonderful experience happen to him, and we want to share it with you. You know, because here at Seaside, we have miracles happen all the time. They really are the ordinary around here. Here's Ed.
Thank you very much. God stepped through my front door 10 days ago. This is amazing. I, for the last 18 years, have been renting a room from an owner-occupied home in Allied Gardens. It's around the San Diego State area. And I've only paid $600 a month for the last 18 years. And the owner came to me and said, you know, I'm retiring soon. I want to live by myself. So he gave me a 60-day notice. And I thought, oh, boy, this is the end, you know, I'll never find this again. So I prayed about it, and I said, well, I got to lighten my load, so I'm going to start selling things. And I put one item on Facebook Marketplace, and I got about 4 responses. One woman called or texted me and said, I want it, when can I pick it up? I said, well, you can come by now if you'd like. She said, okay. 20 minutes later, she showed up. She came in. She goes, oh, this is wonderful. She says, why are you getting rid of it? I said, well, I have to move. The owner has given me a notice to evict. And she goes, oh, what do you do? And I said, well, I'm a musician, and I also do sound for Seaside Center in Encinitas. She goes, oh, I love Seaside. I've gone up there, haven't been there for a while, but I love the music. I love the message. I love the vibe. And I said, yeah, it's a wonderful family to be part of. So I said, well, what do you do for a living? She goes, well, I'm a cardiac nurse. And I said, at Scripps. And I said, well, I'm a cardiac patient at Scripps. She goes, who's your doctor? Dr. Harani, I said. She goes, oh, I love Dr. Harani. He's so good, you know. She said, I also rent rooms to traveling nurses. I said, well, my niece is a traveling nurse. Check another box. And so I said, you don't happen to have a room to rent, do you? She goes, well, as a matter of fact, the room downstairs is vacant. It has its own bathroom. It's fully furnished. It has a private entrance. It's 5 miles from here. It's in La Mesa. Checked another box. I didn't want to leave the area. I said, you know, Diana, I only pay $600 a month. And she goes, I can do that. She reached out and grabbed me to hug me because I was tearing up, and I just hugged the stuffing out of her. I said, so thank you very much, and thank you, Spirit.
God is good all the time. All right, Rebecca, it's yours.
That's such a great testimonial. My goodness. Well, good morning, Seaside. It's my honor to introduce guest artists on Sunday mornings. And today we have a guest. She's more than just a guest for us. She is family. She's been a part of Seaside for many years, and she's just an incredible artist, so full of spirit, so just soulful and just stirring. And I just love when she says yes and is willing to come down all the way from Los Angeles to be here. Her and her amazing husband, Chris, drive down from LA to be here. And so without further ado, let's give a warm Seaside welcome to our sweet Gia Chamberlain. system. Yay. And I know I got new batteries, so it's all good. It's all good. Things you don't think about. Right? Right. You'll know this song. It was written by Bill Withers, and it is still, it's a timeless lyric. I'll just say that. It's a timeless lyric. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if you are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me, we're all not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Come on, please swallow your pride. If I have things that you need to borrow, for no one can feel all of those needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me. We are not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, sister, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you just can't carry, right up the road, and I'll share your load. If you just call me when you need a friend. Call me. Oh, baby, call me. Don't forget to call me. Swallow your pride. No, you got to call me. Just pick up the phone now. Oh, call me. Come on, Bob. Woo. When you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Oh, you got to lean on me. You know you can lean on me. Lean on
Gia Gibati and Rebecca Jade having some fun with their friends up there. You guys were just going at it. I love it. Gia, thank you for driving on down this morning. We love you, appreciate you. And the Seaside Band. Wow, we are blessed for sure. Seaside is unstoppable with bringing this light to the world and the joy. Hey, this morning's message is inspired to be unstoppable. That's the way being unstoppable works, is being inspired, having that life force, that's something moving through you. You know, being unstoppable doesn't mean you don't falter or you don't fail. What it does mean, though, is that there is this indomitable life force that is inside of you. There is this something that just cannot be stopped. There's something that wants to rise. There's a call for it to be expressed in this world. And there is a willingness to allow that to come forth into our life, no matter what is going on out there. It's not like we've just been hit by a lightning bolt. Rather, it's as if we're tuning into a frequency, a vibration, a force that is always there and available for us to tune into no matter what it is that's going on in our life. And one of the classic stories is about this guy by the name of Patrick. You heard the guy, right? He likes to wear green. We kind of celebrate him in the middle of this month. Anyway, little Patrick, he was kidnapped. I think it was at the age of 15, and he was taken as a slave and put to work out in the fields where he had to tend sheep. But he was in the mountains. And it's said that he would pray 100 prayers a day. He was in the mountains. He'd go to the mountaintop and he would sit there and he'd pray and he would watch sheep. He would commune and pray and do it again tomorrow and the next days. For 6 years he was doing that until, so the story goes, the angel spoke to little Patrick, who's now big Patrick, and says, you know what, this is the way out. Gave him the escape route out. And Patrick returned to Ireland, took to the hilltop, and as we know the story, he holds up the staff, kind of like Moses, and he bans all the snakes from Ireland, which is really indicative or metaphorical of us banning the snakes from our mind. You know, those snakes which buy into the gossip or buy into the news or the race consciousness, if you would. You know, those things, all of a sudden, they are banned from the consciousness because they have held us enslaved for all this time. And at some point, if we go to God, if we go to that mountaintop, if we go to that higher place, we become unstoppable in listening to that inner force that something is inside of us, and we kick it out. And we are free in consciousness, once again, to recreate at the level of our heart's desire. You know, it took Patrick, 6 years, symbolic of the 6 days of creation. What we want to do is recreate in our life in a new kind of way. We are truly unstoppable with our ability to do that, but we have to believe that it is possible. And where does it begin? In our consciousness. It comes forth. You know, there's Sri Nisargadatta, who said, he was about 1850 in India. One of the things he said when he was asked, you know, by one of his disciples or his students, you know, when I wake up in the morning, you know, the whole world appears. You know, where did that come from? And he said, well, for it to have come from somewhere, it has to come to some place. And there has to be a somewhere for that to be. And that whenever we say, I am, there has to be a somebody for that I am. So when it comes, it is presupposed that there is somewhere for it to come. In other words, if you're getting this idea, if there's a new day that is being born, all of a sudden there has to be some place for it to arrive. Ernest Holmes talks about all change takes place within the changeless. All of it always is there, but you have to know that there is a somewhere for it to merge within our life and in our world. We have got to believe that our success is already there, that we are truly unstoppable. And when we are facing a difficult situation and we're looking at that in our life, not knowing what to do with it. We have got to recognize that there is a space for a greater birth of a greater day. For the great I am, there is a place for it to arrive, and that is you, that is me, that is my world, for it to take form in our life. We got to not allow ourselves to be stopped short when we falter or we fail, but we got to know there's more to us. We got those angels that are willing to give you the escape route out of the predicament you find yourself in if you want. I shared this guy with you last week. I liked him so much. I've got another quote from Mike Dooley. Remember him last week? Notes to the universe. I like this one that he shared here. He said, "Close? Oh, you're so close. It's actually painful for those who know how close you are." Poor things, with bated breath, they're writhing in anticipation, rolling in the aisles, imploring you to stay the course. They can see what lies in the unseen. They know the coincidences and the accidents that are about to unsprung. And they know if you could just see them too, you would be unstoppable. So, whatever you do next, please think of your fans. Those are the ones sitting there on the sideline, just cheering you on, saying you can do it. Come on. Hafiz, the Persian poet around the same era of Rumi, he said that sometimes God just wants to do you a favor, pick you up, hold you upside down, and shake the nonsense out of you. Stop telling yourself you have been stopped or you can't do it. Sometimes those obstacles that are in your way, they're actually your way. The obstacles on your path, that is your path. And what is in your way, that is your way. But you're the one who has to recognize that, get the nonsense out of your thinking, realize what is presupposed as the infinite possibility of Spirit to emerge within your life and in your world. But you're the one who's got to recognize, I'm in this spot right now. I may have faltered, I may have been knocked down. I'm on the side of the door that feels like it's just struggle. It can't be done. It's difficulty. This always happens to me, or this never happens to me. It is the one that feels they can't make it because this world belongs to those young techies, or blondes, or just something that seems out of your control. Just as about you may about ready to make it, something happens. It's like another time, like you're almost there, but then it rains on you, or you lose the ticket, or who knows what excuses that we have that we begin to believe are the real obstacles, that they're not our path, but they really are a challenge, that they're going to stop me here in my life. But we've got to recognize that we're truly unstoppable, and that I need to return to the inspiration because we're inspired to be unstoppable. We have been given what is necessary to be able to move forward in our life, but we have got to be willing to overcome wherever the predicament is that we might find ourselves in. It's just the experience that's going on in our life, that we're the ones who can raise the vibrational energy. I mean, it was a Monday morning, and the people were going into their favorite coffee shop. In this one particular coffee shop, Monday morning, it was kind of quiet. Monday morning, people are not maybe as joyous for some reason, and it was a heaviness. And so this young barista guy with his messy bun on top of his head and a name tag that said Evan just said to the whole group, shouted, "You know what, guys? I want everybody to share something you're grateful for. You do that when you come up here with me, I'm going to give you 10% off." Do you know, the place just shifted like that. People were starting to talk and to share the good and the positive that was going on in their life. One person shared, how they love their dog. Another shared how grateful they were their kids slept through the night. The other one was just grateful they slept through the night. It's just, the stories just continue. And all of a sudden, the whole shift took place. And it's just a reminder of how you can shift the energy or the environment when you choose to look at something differently. when you say, oh man, this is heavy, everybody's miserable this morning. No, that's just, there is something that wants to emerge, a new day that wants to be born, and it needs to have a place for it to arrive upon that's presupposed that it's there already, it is spirit ready to have that slate filled with what it is you're thinking. What is it that you're thinking? It is also said that all your thoughts are what is the house you live in, right? And fear is the cheapest room in the house. And I know for you, I hope for you, better conditions for you. It's like you're the one who gets to make that shift in your life and begin to know that there's something that is waiting for you to step up to that higher place. Because when you get an idea, it's like it's yours to run with. And of course you're going to run up to the obstacles which are your path and the things that are in your way, which are your way. But you got to remember that you are unstoppable. So when you get a yes, I just want to give you a heads up here that it's not uncommon to get everything that's against it to come up in you. It's like all of a sudden things begin to rise in you that just say, I don't think you really can. It's, you want to do this, but then all of a sudden you get a new ailment. That's what it looks like, an ailment. Or something comes in the way, or you've got an appointment, or you can't do this particular thing. You need to do our Lent in reverse. You got to say, I know I've got the time. I know my world has the way to this. Whenever I teach a class, here's like a given every time. There will be people that sign up for my class. You're like, hey, I want to go to the mountaintop with you, Christian. They'll sign up for class. And then I'll get a call just for class. Oh, I can't make it. I got to go away for a day. Or, my back hurts. I don't know if I can sit through it this long. Or I got somebody coming to town. Or, and it's like, no, some excuses, I don't know, might be valid. I don't know. But it's what we tend to do, and it's kind of heard it called that dogs bark and the caravan keeps moving. You're the caravan. These thoughts will bark. These objections, these no's and these negatives. And, the more you wrestle with them, the more real they're going to be for you. I'm just giving you the heads up with that. You know what Jesus say? Resist not evil, overcome evil with good. Didn't say fight it. It's like gives you that Lent in reverse thing we're doing here. You don't fight the evil. You go for the good. You go for the positive. You go for the affirmative. Because here's the saying. You guys probably heard it. If you wrestle with a pig, both of you get dirty, and the pig likes it, right? It's just you've got to be willing to have yourself be greater than. Whatever it is that comes up for you. St. Augustine, here you go. St. Augustine, he's the guy who invented or really created this original sin thing, right? He's the one who, about 350, up until that time, you were never born in sin. But after 350, thanks to Augustine, it happened. He took that Adam and Eve story and kind of turned it in a way I'm sure it was never originated, and said, okay, now because of your heredity, going back to the original parents, Adam and Eve, you're messed up. From the beginning, before you got it, which is absolutely ridiculous, which is why when we christen here, it's not about getting rid of that stuff. It's recognizing that presence that has arrived in this world. We just name you, welcome to this world. You're a blessing to us all. But all of a sudden, it's a way, and he wrote this book, The City of God. He compared it to the city of man. And, it was really what, historically in 350 is when it happened, is when the Roman Empire was crumbling. And he was saying the city of man is because, and he took a look at all the things that was bringing it down, and he tried to hold people with the guilt or all the shame or all this stuff that we got nothing to do with, And so what we have got to do is, what happens sometimes is that stuff rises up because it's in the collective consciousness. It is those snakes that, St. Patrick banned symbolically. What we have got to do is ban it from our consciousness. Oh, there you are. But you know what? I've been doing my spiritual work for the last 6 years. I've been doing my spiritual practices for the last 60 years. And you know what? When it comes up, I say, see you later. You have nothing to do with me. It is the time to do that for sure. Today's the Ides of March. There you go. There's another Roman thing. Ides. The Roman calendar didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4 linear like that. It would have like a big date, and they'd count. It was complicated. But the middle of a lunar month always was called the Ides, which became known as the 15th. And Shakespeare really made the saying, the Ides of March, popular in his tragedy of Julius Caesar, who it was prophesied that he was going to watch out on the Ides of March, which, as history showed us, he was assassinated by a so-called friend Brutus on that particular day, which represents betrayal. And so one of the things that I think kind of sits in some consciousness sometimes is this sense of betrayal. And something that Jack Kornfield talks about is you just don't paper over, betrayal and pain. It's a deep thing, and that it takes some time to work with it. It takes redoing the forgiveness. The forgiveness you just don't one and done kind of thing. Wouldn't that be great? Oh, I forgive you. You betrayed me, screwed me over, but I'm fine now. It doesn't quite work like that. It takes a little bit more work, and that is what's lurking in there. And so when you come up with this yes in your world, and you get hit with the subjective no in your world, and then you get validation why you shouldn't be going for what you really want, that is where the challenges come into our life, and that is the time to sit down and do your spiritual practices and remember, as Ernest told us, there's a part of us that has never been violated. See, that's the presupposed part of us that is perfect, whole, and complete, that we can bring forth this new day right on that space in which we hadn't known, because there's something inside of me that I'm going to allow to be inspired, and when I'm inspired, I'm unstoppable. Yes. There was a young woman, Lila. She was 42, and she decided at this point in her life that she wanted to run a marathon. Sounds crazy to me, but she didn't ask. And so, she started her training. And then she'd have to wake up early in the morning, and her knees were sore and her joints were sore, kind of like an invisible progress. Nothing was really happening. It was more painful. But after 3 months, she was building her stamina, getting pretty good, and she pulled her tendon in her heel and went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that, yes, you're going to be able to walk again, but marathon's out of the question. So she went home, and she got on her porch, she cried. And the next day, what she did is she showed up the track on crutches and started to walk. Wasn't easy, wasn't graceful, but she was relentless. And the people laughed. They pointed at her. This is ridiculous. You're crazy. But, she got in a lap. The next day, a couple laps. And, after a few months, she was able to run again. Once again, not graceful, but relentless. And marathon time came, and she entered in the marathon. And wouldn't you know that Lila Reyes, she finished the race. Nowhere near the front. Most of the people were gone. The cameras had packed up and left, but the volunteers were there cheering her on, not because of any great time, but because of the inspiration that she believed in something, that she was unstoppable. And then they asked her, hey, how is this possible? She said, forward was enough. And with going forward, I knew I was unstoppable in my life. She said, I don't run with my legs. I run with my heart, and my legs come along for the ride, And my heart carries me on this trip. And these are the things that begin to happen when we lift our expectations to a level that creates a new vibratory vision that is so real that the snakes cannot live, our grumbling cannot live, that all of a sudden the greater good is seeking to have its way in our life. I don't need to get caught up on the how. How is not what we're about. Ours is about catching the vision. Ours is about trusting that infinite intelligence that created everything supposedly in 6 days, though I think it could do it in a flash. But anyways, that's how the story goes here. And, this is what is available to us. As Ernest Holmes says, expectancy is God. I'm going to read it to you. It's so short, I should have had this one right. It said, expectancy speeds our good. Expectancy is the law of attraction in action. That was good, Ernest. Expectancy is the law of attraction in action. And while I got this out, I'm going to read to you Teilhard de Chardin's beautiful quote about expectancy. He said, expectation is perhaps the supreme spiritual function and the most distinctive characteristic of our species. What sets us apart from all other animals is that we can change our sense of expectancy. Got that? I thought that was a real clear statement. You know, what sets us apart from all other animals is that we can change our sense of expectancy. Many people no longer expect anything. The flame, I'll get it. No glasses, I'm healing, how do you like that? The flame of expectancy must be rekindled at all costs, and we must revive it in ourselves, the desire and the hope for us to become all that we are capable of being. Teilhard de Chardin. You know, expectancy. That's what lifts us above the animal kingdom. It's all of a sudden, hey, I'm expecting this to happen. You know, I've been caught up in the snakes in my head, the subjective totality of beliefs, the legacy media, all those things that are swirling in my head. And all of a sudden, what can lift me above that is what differentiates me from the lower moving expressions of life. And I'm not just saying animals. I'm talking about there's other human beings that don't know how to lift their expectancy to the other level. This is it. We're hitting doom. We're going into recession. This is the end of the world. Give that one up, please. We're going into the coffee shop of life that says, tell me what you're grateful for. Share with me your vision of a greater possibility upon our planet or for our life. I'm kicking the snakes out. I've got room. I got a blank space for your vision to be heard. What more can we do for somebody than to see them today? Wouldn't that be great? I see you. Wow, I hear you. Wow, isn't that a beautiful idea? You know how people don't get hurt? Sometimes they like disappear and stay in their body. I mean, there's this one woman, she had dementia, and her daughter was bringing her down to the beach. And, you know, holding her, wobbly, you know, not sharpest body around in terms of her dexterity. And she gets to the water's edge, and they have their shoes off, and the waves come, and the cold water comes over her feet, and, you know, hits her ankles, and she breathes, oh, wow. She says, I've been here. The girl says, yeah, I know, Mom. You've been here a lot of times. She said, no, I'm here now. And all of a sudden, they have this amazing conversation they haven't had in so long. All of a sudden, something came into her from somewhere. See, that's always available for us. You know, if it's not cold feet and if it's not God shaking us upside down to get rid of our nonsense, you know, what does it have to be for you to remember that you are unstoppable in your life? What are you listening to? You know, the psalmist told us that I wait only upon the divine for the expectancy of God. For what's expected of God. I only wait upon the divine for what is expected of God. 62nd Psalm. You can check it out. See how close I got. You know, we've got this amazing story. I remember one day I just looked outside. I saw this blonde-haired, kind of surfer-looking chick wearing these baggy kind of jeans, talking to about 100 of our kids from the elementary school out there. And when she came in, I got a chance to talk to her, and it was Bethany Hamilton. And I don't know if you know Bethany's story, but they did a movie on her life called Unstoppable. Here is this amazing surf prodigy at the age, before she was even a teen, just tearing it up, winning the contest, one after another. By the age of 13, they knew she was going to be a dominant player. Her surf buddies were the future, women's star of surfing, living over in Kauai at the time. Age of 13, she's paddling out, and a shark bites and takes her left arm from the shoulder down. Boom, man, she is down. In the hospital, all the sad things going with it. And but she just was unstoppable. But 26 days later, she was back in the ocean surfing with one arm. You talk about trying to get your balance with one arm. I can't even get it with two. Every stroke was different and more difficult. Every recovery from a wipeout in the whitewater is just crazy. But she went on to be able to master the surfboard to the point where she was part of being invited to the women's surf contest, and that she would be placing with one arm, out surfing all of her colleagues and all those things. And all of a sudden, she became such an inspiration, at least to our country, I don't know, possibly the world. And she then gets invited. There's one of the heaviest, biggest waves on our planet is Paha'i, which is known as Jaws. And the Paha'i Women's Invitational, the women just don't surf that way, for the most part. The guys, they have it for the men. The pro surfers, the majority of them just stand on the cliffs and cheer their buddies on in the water. You got these huge 40, 50-foot mountains of blue water breathing in at 50, breathing in the 40, 50 feet high and exhaling with thunder as it comes crashing down. And she gets invited to compete in that with one arm. That's two people with two arms can't do it. It is just an amazing kind of thing. And so I'm going to share a couple of videos. One, I'm going to have a couple of these guys, it's a minute, talk about how heavy Jaws is, the kind of place it is. And then the second 1-minute video is just the preview to her movie, Unstoppable. And check out the end. You just might see her surfing Jaws. So, Bethany, why don't you give us your story?
Jaws is one of the most iconic waves in the world, and it's a wave I've always dreamed of surfing.
There's nothing else that I've ever seen or experienced that even comes close to that wave. And that's what draws us all there, year after year, swell after swell.
When she said she wanted to do Jaws, I had no idea what she wanted to do. Cool, Jaws, go for it. Sounds fun.
It's radical. I mean, I surfed out there 2 or 3 times, and the place is so scary.
Yeah, I don't think she needs to do that. Oh, gosh, when you're in impact zone, you seriously think you're gonna die.
The ocean, when it's at its biggest and wildest states, there's really no other playing field like it in any sport. And that's what drives these people. They want to push the boundaries of possibility.
You think you're gonna surf again?
I think. I know.
I looked down and her arm was gone. Heaviest moment of my life.
Bethany was back on her board 4 weeks later.
When she was coming back to compete, we were all jaw-dropped.
The moment she paddled out, everybody on the beach was just spellbound. Nobody thought it was possible.
God gave me this passion to surf, and it wasn't like that passion had been taken too.
How she's been able to adapt and be the powerhouse that she is, I don't know how she does it.
She trained her butt off.
It takes a lot of strength and willpower to get that one success.
It was May 31st. I started to go in labor. I've always looked forward to being a mom one day.
Nothing was slowing her down.
Tonight she is wowing the world all over again.
For her to take down 2 world champs, the current world champ and a 6-time world champ is pretty rad. Bethany showing people what she's capable of sends a message.
She just makes everybody inspired.
There she is.
I didn't need...
If Bethany can do it, you're unstoppable too. God bless you as you prove it to the world. I love you guys. Hey, let's keep it going as we bring Gia back to our stage.
I enjoyed that so much, I forgot that I have to actually get back up here and do something. It is a testament to the way our minds work, and that we're really one mind, that we can be so enthralled by someone else doing something that we're not doing, be it sports or the Olympics or even your next door neighbor gardening, how beautiful it is, or someone being so kind to their children or their pet, the gentleness. So this is about that, essentially. It's about being revealed in the gentleness.
This is Gia. Gia. Beautiful. Thank you. All right. Well, my goodness. Hey, this is the time of our service where we have the opportunity, to share our gift, and as we give, it comes back. But that's not why we do it. That's just how the law of circulation works. It's an extension of your consciousness. It's the level of activity that God, that infinite, is having in your life. It is what is playing out and appearing in your world. And so this is the opportunity to let your truth speak through your actions. And so I invite you to look within your heart and give from that place of appreciation and gratitude for Spirit in your life, and know that your gift makes a profound difference, for sure, in your life as well as our communities. So with that said, I'd like to invite our ushers and greeters to come forward as we take our gift in our hand. And I want to say thank you to those who mail in your contributions when you can't be here on a Sunday. It's greatly appreciated. Like you guys at home, thank you for all you mail in and participate on those buttons that say, hey, count me in. And those that are part of the auto tithe, that regular systematic support from your world into this spiritual community. That regularity makes it very a lot easier for Seaside to operate, as well as in our life. When we are regular and including Spirit in our action, we find that Spirit regularly shows up when we find ourselves stuck or somewhere. So with that said, I want to share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities. So it's in this moment, I just stand with a full heart of gratitude, appreciation, thanksgiving for this wonderful family, for this wonderful spiritual community that comes together and creates the magic, the wonder that this place is. For truly it is all of us that create a consciousness where we can come and heal and feel welcome, to know that we're cared for. It is a place without judgment. It is a place where all can feel like this is home, that you're part of it, that you are seen. And so our gifts make a difference in creating that kind of space, but it also allows us to know that we are a conduit that taps into an infinite source, an inexhaustible reservoir. And so we take that which is moving through our world and we send it forth, finding that we expand in our receptivity and our greater good. So I say thank you, Father, Mother God, for the opportunity to engage in conscious giving and supporting the good that is. And so it is. Amen. And together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. Those are our guys from Seaside. That's Dan on the keyboards, Harley on the bass, Paul on the drums, and there's Bob Mathis leading the pack, blowing that horn. We love you guys. Great job. Woo! Oh, and as I stand before this bounty, I can feel the outpouring of the love that comes through each and every one of us. For truly, these gifts have been infused with that divine vibration of appreciation. And so I know right now that that thanksgiving blesses the giver as well as the receiver. For these gifts are handled in good stewardship, and they're put forth back into the world, bringing your blessings and that wonderful love vibration to all that comes in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this opportunity to be part of this wonderful flow. And so it is. Amen. This is Deborah Rowland. She is one of your board members here at Seaside. Heads up our bookstore and just has your hands in all sorts of things around here. So thank you so much, Deborah. Heads up our couples group with Boyd. So thank you, too, for sure. Speaking of thank yous, Gia, always a joy to have you here with your wonder, your color, your flair, and pizzazz. Yes, Gia. And there is Rebecca, just a joy, looking gorgeous as ever, leading the charts with Best Performer in San Diego. And Easter sounds good. You've got Melody dialed in, you got Danielle dialed in, and we heard about guitar players and extra horns.
We got the whole thing going.
Man, it's going to be good, starting at 6 a.m. Well, 6 a.m. We don't have
everybody.
But we got you maybe playing the bass.
We can figure something out with that, yes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, you didn't know until that. I just told you, right?
Yeah,
that's it.
Got somebody on keys coming out, you know.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And then we'll wake up with the birds and the rabbits and all those
beautiful.
things. It is. Yeah. Debbie hasn't missed one forever, so what a joy to do 6 a.m. With you around here and every day of the week, and just all the good that you continue to bring this community. We are blessed by your consistency and unstoppable consciousness for sure. Hey, giving us sound today, we've got a booth full of guys. We got 4 up there right now. We have got Ed, we have got Seth, we have got Landon with the headphones on, and then you got Matthew, who literally I shared with you, spent the night here last night, has put in 4 straight days to get 80 hours to tune all, and they wanted digital. I don't know why they want digital. It takes that long. I just plug things in, but somehow it takes their kind of brilliance, and the visual team was here as well with the streaming. It literally took 6 to 7 guys 4 days to tune out this place. I have no idea the magnitude of what it is, so thank you all for your dedication, your love, your givingness, and behind that wall, Steve Grant and whoever is helping him make the calls for the cuts for you guys at home, who is also here with this. Also, they worked on the gardens, getting it ready for the spring. We got color out there. We had the guys, meaning I know at least Stu and Mike and Edwin. I'm sure there were others that put up the sails, so we were back in action outside. And it's so fun to watch the activities that are happening here at Seaside. I mean, the flowers, gorgeous. Here today, Kathy Crawford honoring her son Bronwyn's birthday, another fellow Pisces. We're just loaded with this. Our planet's in good shape with all the Piscean brothers and sisters, so that's for sure. Anyway, but also Kathy and Trudy, if you've been thinking about joining Seaside, this is a day to go sign up. Sign up to be a new member. We will do it only twice a year. We won't do it again until Thanksgiving. So if you've been thinking, this is the time, talk to them. And if you're just wondering about the philosophy, join wonderful Carlene in the library behind this door. You get to go. You get to see what the green room looks like. And I'm going to drop in there too as well. So let's see. I lost all my notes to tell you what's going on for sure. But the big thing, Wednesday night is the big news around here. It is thumbs are up. It is a magical time this week. It is Tara Short, a ministerial intern, but she also, her consciousness leads our Department of Education around here, and we're rocking it. And she's going to talk about the awakened way. That beats the one with your eyes closed, I guess, and everything else. So that's going on Wednesday night. Come be part of that. We have got Friday night. We got the spring equinox going on for women's outside. It's going to be one of those magical evenings that guys are not allowed to attend. But Saturday, we got David Gruder, who's going to be here, and he just was great at our Friday Night Live. So those are some things. My class is coming up, so if you're interested in taking Living from the Mountaintop, Be the Mystic You Were Born to Be, see Tara at the education table, and all those that sign up for the class get a free book. So if there's a dozen of you that have already paid for the class, go get your book, get going with your reading already. Yeah, it's yours for free. Not taking class, then you can buy it in the bookstore. But I can keep going. There's all sorts of things going on. I'm sure I'm forgetting some good stuff, but we got kids, which are like the best part of it all. Jessica, it's Easter. Do you realize you're going to have a lot more here? Do you need any help for Easter by any chance?
I need an abundance of help.
Oh, yeah,
I need
what
an
does that
abundance of help for
mean?
Easter.
Let's be
Abundance means we
specific
need
here.
humans with helping hands who can maybe help during service to help us put together our Easter baskets. And then immediately following, we have an Easter egg hunt that will release the children, and they will run like crazy to go capture these eggs. So it's nice to have adults with helping hands and watchful eyes to be able to make sure that the children don't just run wherever they want. They can just stay in a space. That would be very helpful. So I'm putting that out there to all. And if you would feel called to do so, please find me. I'm the one who's usually running around. I'll give you all the tips and tools. But that's important. But this is so important. Okay, what did we learn today?
The law of attraction.
The law of attraction. We're doing big things, people. Big things. Okay, so the law of attraction. Let's teach everybody how that works. So what do we have here? Finley is going to help lead us through this. So, Finley, what do you have in your hand here? Technically, what is it called?
A magnet.
Okay, it's a magnet. But in this case, what are we calling the magnet?
A thought.
A thought, right? Okay, so we have a thought, and then there's this invisible force called what?
A law.
The law.
Oh,
Can we
big
see
one.
the law?
No.
No. Does the law still exist?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have, what is this called, you guys?
A paper clip.
Okay, we have a paper clip. So the paper clip is what we're trying to do what to? We're trying to
attract.
We're trying to attract it. So I'm going to hold this, what we're trying to attract, a situation perhaps, right? And Finley, can you hold our thought? So what kind of a thought should we have, guys? Does it matter? Because the law is just going to do anyways, right? But should we do a positive thought? Okay, what should our positive thought be? What do we want to think into the law?
I believe in myself.
Yep, I believe in myself. So now we're going to hold that thought above what we want to attract, and the invisible force, boop, I know you can't see it, but it happened, that now is attracted to us. We use the force that we cannot see to make something happen to us by using our thoughts. So that paper clip went right into the magnet. We can't see, where is it? It's right here. There you go. You want it back? You want that condition back, or that situation back? Okay. Well, anyways, that's the law of attraction, everybody.
All
so just in
right.
case you were wondering. Okay. Great job, guys.
Good job, Miss Jessica. That is fabulous. So, okay, help out Easter. Talk to Jessica about that. Yeah, I'm going to pray. I mean, healing is what the whole morning is about. Everything up to this moment is leading the shift in consciousness. We're banning the snakes of our collective consciousness. We're becoming available for that great download of the divine, remembering how unstoppable we are. I want to invite any of our religious science practitioners to stand as I share these words that are just spirit moving and grooving. For truly there is an expanding recognition of that divine essence, that vibration, that frequency, which is light and life and love, which is spirit itself, having its way as our way. For truly we are of that God stuff, that first cause, that essence. We're part of that. And so as I come to know my true nature, as I feel it, as I sense it, as I allow myself to just reverberate with the truth of who I am, I begin to articulate something that is far greater than the words can conceptualize. There is a divine essence that is perfect, whole, and complete now, that is seeking to express itself on our being, that presupposed essence, that there is that which is changeless and which all takes change, and I get to shape that change in my life at the level of my belief. And I raise that level right now to a higher place, knowing that all things are possible. And what is that? What is that? Am I willing to surf the big waves? Am I willing to run a marathon? Am I willing to love with the fullness of my being? Am I willing to change the environment with a new kind of thought and have everybody fill with gratitude? Am I willing to be seen, to see another? I know right now as I say yes to life, life begins to take form in the ways that bless the world in which we live. For I walk this world with a deep connectedness, knowing that spirit goes before me as it goes before you, and any of those crooked ways are made straight. Any places where there is pain and ache, there begins to be healing and transformation transformation. There is not a glossing over or papering over betrayals or hurts. There is a willingness to go deeper and to deepen and to repeat until the heart just neutralizes what was, and we expand to a greater light of possibilities. We become available to the greater gifts of Spirit, and it shows up in our body as a wonderful temple of God. Every cell just humming at its perfect frequency, and grateful to know it is the ideal vehicle to walk this world, to create the magic, the wonder, the love within relationships, the honesty, the integrity, the joy, the self-expression, the creativity flows, abundance expresses. For truly we are that place where the divine touches out and the world just blossoms in the springtime with the fullness of it all. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this greater realization, this advanced picture of possibilities that I awaken to this new day, this new place with a mind that is available to be unstoppable in its delivery. I am the delivery system of God, so I'm grateful to have been called for a time such as this, to add to this world, this planet, greater love, to know peace prevails upon this planet this time, that all are moved, including our world leaders, by that sense of peace and well-being, and brothers and sisters in one family sharing this little orb floating out in the middle of the galaxies. For truly there is a realization that we are in this together, and we begin to see one another in a new kind of light, a new kind of way. A part of me, I know, thankful that this expanded awareness finds expression in my life in ways that are perfect, that I'm able to be filled with a sense of appreciation, not to anyone or to anything outside, but just living in a state of gratitude and grace, that I'm able to let go in a trust and a belief unstoppable in its expression is my life now. I go forth in joy, and so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life when I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day. You've got to let it go, and this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. So no more struggle, no more strife. Seaside, sing it from your heart, come on. I love it. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, Seaside.
Hey, and our affirmation for the week is I'm inspired and unstoppable. Together, I am inspired and unstoppable. Touch your heart and let's say it again. I am inspired and unstoppable. One more time like you mean it. Come on. I am inspired and unstoppable. And our song of grace. I'm living in love. I'm living
Bye.